Hi, and welcome on learning how to get safety, control, and growth of your retirement. My name is Joseph P. Conroy, and this program is sponsored by JPC Educational Systems. Okay, some background here regarding the presenter. I'm a scientist, engineer, and entrepreneur. I've developed a number of hardware and software technologies over these past 15 years. A few of them are highlighted here on the screen for you. One of them was a national competitive grant sponsored by the EPA and the Department of Energy for the prediction of machinery failure. This technology was developed in order to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions here from the industrial manufacturing process. The second technology that I worked on and developed was a predictive emission system which reduced the compliance cost of industrial processes here across the U.S. and estimates of the result of this project showed that the annual savings was about $4 billion to this group. The third type of technology that I developed in conjunction with my team was a predictive electrical load forecasting system for large power grids, such as the New England power grid system, which typically manages on average 16,000 megawatts per hour. By more effectively predicting the load, they could more efficiently schedule the power plants, and the result of this work resulted in a many 100 megawatt per hour savings. The third technology that we developed was software driven, was a predictive commodity future pricing program for electricity that is traded on the New York Mercantile Exchange. This particular system, if you will, used 4,000 inputs of 4,000 variables and processed that data on an hourly basis. The core software, if you will, that was used to develop these technologies was also sold on a generic basis to such organizations as NASA. I was informed that they used our software here to assist them in the predictions of orbital entry points for experimental space vehicles. The U.S. Geological Survey has purchased the software to provide guidance in the prediction of earthquakes. The Australian DEP has used it to predict nitrogen base pollutant runoff and its corresponding impact on the Great Barrier Reef. And now, with the current situation with the U.S. stock market and its corresponding impact on retirement funds, my parents and I included, I've now turned my focus and my attention and my available technology to retirement assessment and optimization. And by watching this program, hopefully you'll get a sense of how these can be merged together in order to assist you in your circumstance possible. Now, looking back 10 years, at the end of 1997, you have $100,000 to invest. We invest that $100,000 in each of these 6 categories here in front of us. We have savings, then we have CDs, we have IRAs, we have an equity index annuity income account value, mutual funds, and stocks. Now, what I did is, in my research, I went out and found out what was the national average return over a 10-year period for each one of these 6 categories here. This is definitely for illustration purpose only. Your specific individual returns may vary from what is depicted here. Now, looking at savings, your total return is about $10,462 during this period. Minus your capital gains gives you a net of about $88.93. Now, moving over to CDs, you're netting out about $18,600, IRA $34,300, an equity index annuity of about $115,892. The mutual funds, you're netting out about $40,824. That's after your capital gains. And on the stocks, you're netting out approximately a negative of $6,200. So then the question becomes, from an income account value, regarding an equity index annuity, how appropriate may this type of strategy be to you and your retirement needs and goals? Okay, this next slide, which is from my Why It Makes Sense to Get Out of the Stock Market Now DVD, this shows what if the Dow Jones Industrial Average or the S&P 500, what if it comes back in a 2-year period versus what the previous two economists were saying. This here is trying to show you that the equity index annuity, again based upon the company and the right product and your specific needs, can be an exceptionally good choice, even in an upward mobile marketplace. Now, in this illustration here, we're looking at 2009. We have $100,000 either in the market, in the form of a 401k, IRA, mutual fund, or stock. We can follow the red line, if you will, which is the Dow Jones Industrial Average here. You can see that it bottoms out in 2010, then it turns around, it rockets upwards 25% in 2011, and basically from the beginning of 2009 to the beginning of 2011, you made whole again. You get $97,500 in 2011 versus $100,000 today. Now, what if you took the $100,000 out now in 2009, put it into an equity index annuity, by a company who provides between bonus and a minimum fixed return of 13.56 your first year, your account now grows to $113,500. Okay, now at $113,500, what becomes interesting is that you can see there over on the left, that's a Dow Jones Industrial equivalent of 10,200, and in our illustration you can see too that moving into the future from a recovery standpoint, that's just after 2012. So by making one choice now in 2009, you can be, again using this example, where the Dow will be 3 years into the future. Looking at this scenario with a little bit more detail, at the end of 2010, you have $113,500 in your equity index annuity, or you kept your money in the stock market, you're now down to $78,000. In 2011, that $78,000 becomes $97,500. Okay, that $113,500, through the use of the software that I've developed as far as optimizing market capture and gain, becomes $136,500. So you're still about $30,000 ahead of the game employing this type of strategy. Now, looking at the growth of an equity index annuity and using Aviva as a specific example, with the income account value, you can double your money in less than a 10-year period. With Aviva, you can earn 13.56% in your first year, and then earn 7.2% per year in your income account for the next 10-year period. Simultaneously, you can link the annuity and your annual returns to 9 different types of crediting methods. Now, regarding those crediting methods, I have developed some proprietary predictive software which will assist the client in choosing which one or group is going to perform the best in any given year in order to maximize the upside for the client. And at the end of that particular year, we take those gains, we add them to your principal contract amount, and that becomes your new principal amount there going forward. And as you know, your money in this particular scenario and illustration grows on a tax deferred basis.